Just wanted to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Everybody have a good New Year. Out at the train yard for a few, ended up widening this ramp a couple feet. They used to unload the train cars. They said that was working out a lot better, being a foot wider on each side. So I get all held up pretty good. I was bust ass last weekend trying to get it done so they could have it this week. But so I wanted to tell everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Everybody be safe in your journeys. Try to get in a good deed and do something for somebody a little less fortunate. There's always somebody less fortunate than you are out there. So I always go out of my way to try to help as many people I can along the way. I end up working this Christmas weekend. Found out they demoed some concrete. This contractor that I met from California had some handrail on the old concrete, and then we found out there's two tenants out back that are blind, and they're having to navigate the parking lot and get through these, between these houses and stuff and get around front to where they can catch a bus. So wanted to make sure we got the railing and stuff back up this weekend for them. Don't want anybody getting hurt, especially in a situation like that. So I actually met the gal yesterday. She's a really nice young lady. I think she's going to college up here, but she was definitely a little lost. There were some trash piles in the way from all the work, and that kind of confused her, and ended up helping her around a couple vehicles and had her show me how she was going out front. So, but don't drink and drive, man. Ended up getting creamed by a drunk in like 2013. It was right after the flood. Quick story, we had that flood here in Colorado, and this guy hit me. He was doing 55. I was dead stopped at a stoplight. I'd been watching him in my rearview mirror. He was half off the road and half into the other lane, and so I knew he was drunk. And the stoplight changed, and I just came to a stop, and right as I came to a stop, I thought, shit, how's that drunk dealing with this stoplight? And I looked up in my mirror just as he slammed me at 55 miles an hour. Threw a spin on that stuff. It's been I was 2013. I still lose a day or two a week to headaches on that, and just massive headaches. Come to find out, literally 17 months after the drunk hit me, I had to fire a lawyer and went through a couple lawyers and finally got a good lawyer, but found out 17 months after the drunk hit me, my brain was still bleeding. So it threw quite the spin on my whole life from there, man. That screwed up my eyesight, screwed up my balance, screwed up my coordination. Took 2 years to learn how to cast my fishing pole again. I just couldn't cast. The coordination wasn't there after the drunk hit me. I'm back on it pretty good, but it took a couple summers of frustration and watching that lure slap the water 5 feet in front of me because the coordination wasn't there. But don't drink and drive, man. You never know who you're going to hit or hurt, or it's not worth it. Not to mention you won't have a driver's license. So that was kind of comical a little bit because, that guy shoved my 77 3/4 ton Chevy with 35 1250s, just slammed me through the whole intersection. Luckily he hit me. It was right in front of me. It was a lady turning left with 3 kids in the back car, and I could see none of them were buckled up. Hit a T-bone that car and probably killed a couple kids. So could have been worse for both of us. He could have killed somebody on top of losing his driver's license. So I'm glad he hit me. But the cops finally showed up. I'm on the phone, and I hung up, and this guy that hit me, the drunk, he's like, "Who'd you call?" So I called the cops, dude, and I told him, I said, "Dishes are done, dude. Your shit's totaled, bro. You're not freaking going anywhere, man." He ran back to his truck and started pitching vodka bottles and stuff out of his truck and beer cans. It was messed up. And then the cops showed up, and it was literally like 3 or 4 days after that flood we had in Colorado. It was out, there was a farmer's field on the other side of the intersection. That cop showed up and talked to him for a minute. He was like, "Pull your stuff over here off the road." And I looked at him, and I pointed out where he pointed. I said, "You want me to pull over here in this field, this mud? That's where you want me to go, right over here in this mud. You heard me, pull your stuff over there." All right. Just as I got my tires off the asphalt in the shoulder of the road, man, it was just muddier than hell. The truck sank 6 inches. So right away, I just threw it in first because I didn't have the hubs locked in or nothing. Didn't want to wade through the mud to lock them in. Threw it in first, throttled it up, whop, whop, whop. Started popping them, spread bores on that Q-Jet. And about halfway going back onto the shoulder, I looked at my side mirror, man, and I just rooster-tailed that cop's car. Just caked him. I put probably 50 pounds of mud on that guy's car. Got back out on the shoulder of the road where I should have stopped in the first place and moved over to. And jumped out, and he was just sideways pissed. And I looked at him, was like, I don't even want to hear it, dude. You told me to go out there. I asked you about 3 times. Are you sure you want me to go out there? Yes, get your shit over there. I don't even want to hear it, dude. So I could tell he was pissed off, but he went back and started talking to the drunk then. And then I ended up in the emergency room a couple days later. I felt all right after he hit me, but a couple days later, I had massive headaches, man. So, and then literally found out 17 months after he hit me, I finally got an MRI of my brain, and my brain was still bleeding 17 months later. So don't drink and drive, people. It's not cool. It's not funny. There's nothing good about it, man. Call a cab or throw your keys in the back seat or something on the floorboard and sleep on an off-ramp or something. Or it's not your right to take out somebody else's life or, alter their whole life so that you could party for a night. It's just not cool, man. So, but anyhow, wanted to say thanks to all my subscribers and everybody on the YouTube. I've met some really good people through the YouTube channel, and it makes me feel good. I've had a lot of people, man. Thanks for responding. Thanks for the video. You really helped me out on my carburetor. You nailed it. It makes me feel good to know that I'm helping other people out. That's always been my religion. My religion is just helping as many people out as I can. That's what I try to do my whole life. And been real blessed in that department, man. I got beat to death as a kid and ended up with some really good foster parents that kept me on track and going down the right road. And ended up with an awesome girlfriend after I got rid of the ex. I won't get into that none, but glad she's gone. And I look at her as I'm one of the richest people in the state. And I got an awesome girlfriend. I had the best foster parents I could have had. I got the best kids I could have had, best grandkids I could have asked for, and the best friends I could have asked for. I've had the same friends for 40 years, man. And that's what we do. We help each other out. And we've all had a blowout once or twice, but we blew our shit up and got our shit back in a group, and that's why we're still friends, because we worked our crap out. But in a pretty tight crowd, we help each other out. All this other stuff's just materialistic garbage, man. It ain't nothing you're going to take with you. So, but go out of your way this holiday. Try to do a favor for somebody a little less fortunate, or, open a door for somebody, or help grandma load her truck at Home Depot, or, just try to be nice people and look out for each other. Back in the late 90s, I was eating lunch over at it was Harvey's in Louisville. And we just got our food, and I'd noticed there was a couple old ladies there. They were like 75, 80 years old, and they were all decked out, dressed up. And you could tell that was their one time a week that they went out and had a little fun and went to lunch. And I seen them get up and heading for the door, and man, they were moving slow. One had a walker and one had a cane, and I think I ate half my burger watching them walking for the door. And about 15 foot from the door, I realized nobody else was going to do it, so I jumped up and ran over there and opened the door for them. And boy, you should have seen them old gals smile. You could just tell that made their whole summer. They couldn't believe somebody jumped up and ran over to get the door for them. Oh, thank you so much. People don't do that anymore. And I just smiled as big as I could. And I said, are you kidding me? You ladies are the 2 sharpest dressed gals in here. You have an awesome afternoon. And I could hear him talking all the way to their car about it. Man, wow, nobody does that anymore. What a nice guy. And some of the best things in life are free. They don't cost you money. That just made me feel good. And I guarantee it made them ladies whole summer just that one gesture, So I always try to go out of my way, even if it's just grabbing a door for somebody like that. That don't cost me nothing, man. It cost me a couple minutes of my life, and that's just nothing. So go out of your way. Try to do a favor for somebody a little less fortunate, or, show respect for your elders, and just try to do the right thing. There's so much hate in the world anymore that it's just kind of sickening. I'm going to go ahead and work this Christmas weekend, because we found out there's, 2 blind girls going to college over there where that handrail got ripped out. So I'm going to make sure and get that done this weekend so they can find their way through there and get back out front and get on the bus okay and stuff. But yeah, been real blessed as far as that. Best kids, best family, best girlfriend. What more can a guy ask for? So, and like I said, some of the best things in life are free. They don't cost you nothing. Me and the girlfriend, a lot of times we see an older couple behind us, at the drive up or something, grabbing some food. We'll pay for the car behind us. Here a couple weeks ago, there was a couple of the local boys, cops from my town, I was in another town just a couple miles down the road, seen they were behind me, and went ahead and paid for them real quick. You know, and the McDonald's lady, she was like, "Really? You really want to do that?" And I said, "Yeah, take care of them, man." Gave her back the card, said, "Ring it up. They're my boys from my hometown. I want to show them I appreciate what they do and stuff too." So, but anyhow, I won't ramble on too much about it. Just wanted to make sure and tell all my subscribers thanks and wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday, Happy New Year. Don't drink and drive, man. You know, go out your way to do a good deed. I'm still a Boy Scout at heart, man. I try to get in a good deed every day. I don't care what it is. If it's, you know, just like I said, grabbing a door for somebody or something. And man, if everybody'd go back to how we used to live, you know, get rid of the politics, quit letting the government divide us. You know, it's just sickening the way we've all been divided lately. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, but there doesn't seem to be much of an end to it. So, but anyhow, everybody be safe. Thanks again to the subscribers and everybody on the YouTube channels. I really enjoy doing that and helping everybody out and seeing people post thanks for helping them, and that makes it all worthwhile. So, everybody be safe.